Hey everyone, Daniel and Chris here, taking a look at Josh Trank's Fantastic Four trailer.
Trailer number 2.
Yeah.
We already did trailer number 1,
Yeah.
and everything we predicted looks like it's right, Dan.
So a lot of pressure for this one. Yeah, so not that much more, but there's some interesting stuff still to comment on. So who's this dude?
That is Tim Blake Nelson playing Harvey Elder, aka
The Mole Man.
Yeah, but I'm worried for him because, of course, Tim Blake Nelson played Samuel Stearns in The Incredible Hulk, who was supposed to become the leader. They set the whole thing up, and then he never got to see that through.
Yeah, hopefully it's not like history repeating itself for him. So
But
hopefully
yeah.
this is successful. And then followed by another kind of interesting character in the movie,
Yeah, this is, what's he called? Dr.
Franklin Storm.
Franklin Storm.
So this is Johnny and Sue's dad. And obviously Franklin is the name of the kid that Sue and Reed have in the comics. So he looks like he's like presenting in front of a board.
Yeah, and they talk about 6 years and millions of dollars that they've given him, and he's given them back nothing. But
there's a man who can save the day, and that is obviously the brilliant genius that is Reed Richards. So it seems like a lot is resting upon his young intellect.
yeah, he knows the answers to questions we don't even know how to ask yet.
He's brilliant at crosswords.
That's clever.
So this is iconic Marvel location. This is the Baxter Building, and this is obviously it's kind of implied this is maybe where some of this research is actually taking place, the way it's being cut. But obviously this is a HQ for the Fantastic Four once they group together, and it's like kind of a modern mix of like an old New York building you can see at the bottom there, mixed with a very kind of modern facility.
Sure. And they talk about this being a chance to learn more about the planet, but maybe even save it. So there's something going on with the planet that's not good.
Right, so it's an impending threat. This is cool. So it feels like they're building a new machine, maybe to Reed's specifications. We see in the first trailer him doing an experiment in his garage, which is kind of maybe a precursor to this machine. And you can see Sue Storm there on the left, and to the right, I think it is Toby Kebbell who's playing Victor Domashev, aka Doom.
So everyone's friends at this point.
Yeah, since they're all working together on this project to save the universe. Looks like maybe Doom rides a motorcycle, so edgy, and that's what you want in your villain.
Indeed.
Sue with a diagram of the machine.
And slightly brownish hair, browny
Yeah.
blonde. A bit more blonde there.
I think that's referred to as a dip dye. That's
Okay.
the experience that I bring. That's the insight I bring to a rewind theatre. So it looks like maybe they're even still students, like postgrads.
Yep.
But like the finest minds in America.
Getting to know each other,
Or the
maybe
world.
flirting a little bit here.
John, Reed, this guy doesn't.
Yeah, here's everyone just meeting.
Introductions being made, but if you just cut back to when those two meet each other, Victor and Johnny, there's a little bit of friction between them. Doesn't take orders well, so it's kind of setting things in motion here.
Yeah, there's a lot of foreshadowing in this trailer, actually, setting up the tensions, the dynamics.
No more so than this bit with the car.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you've got to talk about his hand.
Well,
though,
I
won't
wonder
you?
if this is related to the car scene. Maybe he has a crash because he's got a broken arm here.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't have in subsequent scenes, so maybe it takes over a
Well, if
period
there's
of time.
fire coming out of your car, you're setting yourself up for trouble, aren't you?
Yeah, so they're setting him up as like a risk taker, and obviously, flame on. And nice little Easter egg there.
What's that, Dan?
That is the fire flower from Mario, which I'm sure if you're on IGN, you probably know what that is.
Don't let any of these lab coats give you any crap, all right?
Yeah, first look at Jamie Bell as Ben Grimm here in
Yeah.
the trailer.
Talking about him being the muscle, we see his power and strength when he hits that baseball.
Yeah, so he's the jock. If everyone else is the brains, the smart kids, him and Johnny although Johnny seems to be in part of the research facility as well.
Yeah.
But Ben is definitely the brawn.
I gotta say, it's fun having you here.
Really?
Bit more flirting going on between Sue and Reed, like that.
And yeah, and this is the kind of first incarnation of Reed's machine within the Institute that you see a more refined version later on in the trailer.
Yeah, so Franklin's obviously delivered on what he said, that Reed Richards has brought something really incredible to the table.
And here you see kind of, barring Ben Grimm, all 4 of the 5 principal leads, you can see Toby Kebbell in the background, and they're all kind of working together
Yeah.
at this
Teamwork.
stage.
Teamwork. Fantastic Five.
You guys sure you're in the best shape to be doing this? Yeah.
So this is, they're just about to embark on the first mission, and they're wearing the white suits, which are inspired by the Future Foundation, which was a run on the comics.
We're good.
So it seems like the first team that go through are Ben, Reed, Doom, and Johnny.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
So
anyway.
you think Sue Storm isn't in this
I
first
don't think
mission?
I feel like there might be a rescue mission involved. And what's quite interesting is the whole apparatus is transported. Whether that's intentionally or unintentionally, I don't know. Maybe that's why they get stuck here or something like that. But yeah, here they are in the end zone, the negative zone, a kind of another reality perhaps. And it's like this kind of planet that's either just being born or it's dying perhaps.
And it's all been happy
unstable.
plain sailing till this point, and
Yeah.
now it starts to go wrong.
Yeah, So it looks like it's hard to make out. I think it might be Reed, and that's Toby Kebbell that's been dropped. It's kind of stretching again, maybe foreshadowing one of his powers.
Yeah. And so we think that's Victor who's fallen there, and he's in trouble. We think maybe he might get left in the negative zone, and that's where his powers develop.
Yeah.
And maybe he comes back more skilled than the others if he's been working with them
longer.
there.
Obviously, it looks maybe this is them transported back. I don't know. Maybe they brought bits of the planet back with them. There's rocks there. Obviously, something's gone terribly wrong.
Yeah, Franklin says he just wants his children back, so now we're cooking.
So it seems like obviously this takes place after the first voyage, and they've all been quarantined. They've been separated. They're being studied by people in hazmat suits. They're perceived to be maybe a danger. You know, they could bring back some kind of cosmic virus. They just don't know at this stage, I think.
So it's something blue, whatever. And we see the stretching of Reed. He's now becoming fantastic.
Yeah, and it looks painful. It's almost like his muscles dislocate, and this looks like he's in agony.
Yeah, well, this would back up what Michael B. Jordan said about the outfits they get being containment suits rather than just a normal superhero costume, something to control this that's hurting them as well as being spectacular.
It's almost out of control, and Josh Trank has said that David Cronenberg is an influence, that kind of the body turning against itself. See Sue turning invisible, and she has more formidable powers than this, which you see later in the trailer.
Physical conditions.
And here's Ben, which is, I almost wonder whether they maybe don't know this is Ben when they bring back this sample, gets transported back with them.
Yeah.
And he hatches over time, and it's a surprise to everyone.
Yeah, that he turns into the rock monster from Galaxy Quest.
Fix my friends.
You can't fix this.
There's a good look at all blue eyes.
Yep, Jamie Bell somewhere under there, CGI'd.
So this is the other aspect of, obviously, Sue Storm's powers, as well as being able to go invisible. She can create force fields of various sizes and shapes, and it looks pretty powerful as well, and she's able to crush these containers quite
Yeah, it
easily.
feels like we get glimpses at this all the way through the last portions of the trailer where we see these blue force fields appearing.
Yeah, it's another look at the containment suit.
To help people.
He's got no pants on.
Don't need pants, mate. So this is obviously hero shot, all four of them there. Also, it's interesting they've all got slightly different suits. Reed's looks a bit more ramshackle, but maybe it's a way of adapting that suit to accommodate his power. And we'll see it more closely in a subsequent shot, but Johnny's has kind of vents on to let out the flame. And yeah, Ben doesn't have any shorts on.
We still don't know what that plane is in the background that's either coming up or going down.
Yeah, maybe this is the thing that if they've been sent, why they've been commissioned by the US military is to create, solve this problem of realities tearing apart or something like that. Maybe our reality getting sucked into this end zone.
You don't know how to close.
So that's a more kind of sophisticated version of Reed's machine, maybe one they built later. Or maybe it's even the one that Franklin Storm built at the beginning with all the money and resources, and he couldn't get it to work, and Reed did.
You don't know anything about what's coming.
So I think this comes from the first half of the movie, because this is in the first teaser trailer where she seems to be hunting down Victor Doom.
Yep.
He's a hacker who goes by the name Doom. He's Victor Domashev, and there's a Easter egg in the first trailer where he was hiding in Latveria, obviously the native homeland of Doctor Doom. And maybe they just need a really skilled programmer on the team, and this is how they find the best hacker in the world.
Yeah.
Think about what's coming.
Okay, that looks a bit like maybe Johnny's in this film. His flame on is something that he can control with a button.
Yeah, maybe it's like always on.
Yeah.
And it's just, like you said, being stifled by the suit.
Yeah, like the Hulk, like the sort of Avengers version of the Hulk. He's always on fire.
Yeah, it's a cool suit. I really like those vents. It's almost like erupting out of him, like through the seams you can see.
His eyes are red, which is cool.
What is coming?
So you can see a bit of Doom there. He's obviously, like the Thing, bulletproof. Yeah, because it almost looks like a bullet's reflecting off him and killing those dudes. And he's making stuff blow up as well. So that's our first really good look at Doom's new appearance. And what we said in the first rewind theatre of the teaser is his mouth, I wonder if he gets fused with the machine and the first suits that they use when they go into the end zone. And that kind of bears it out. Like, the mouthpiece looks very similar to those suits. It's got the same sort of shape and grill. And it almost looks like he's got the same kind of energy that surrounds the teleportation field.
Yeah, it's kind of some green light, isn't it?
Yeah,
emanating from him.
Yeah, we're not really sure what his powers are.
But he's definitely looking very CG heavy in this movie, his features. Some Johnny Storm action.
It's a good shot of Doom. got the cape.
To stop him.
So that's interesting. Like, he's not fighting Doom though, is he, Chris?
No, we're speculating that it might be his sister that he's fighting for reasons unknown at the moment, but the force field that's coming back at him looks like it could be a bit of sibling rivalry happening
And it
there.
looks like it's in those corridors with Doom. So I wonder, maybe she's trying to protect Doom. Maybe she's trying to think, maybe he doesn't know how to control this power and he's
Yeah.
accidentally killing these guys. Whereas Johnny has got him pegged from the beginning, perhaps, as a wrong-un. Reed's power, though, which allows him to jump over minor railing obstacles.
And that's that suit we saw earlier, which does look like it stretches with his body.
Yeah, it's almost got like bungee cords around it or something. And a really good look at the thing being badass and bulletproof.
It's gonna take everything you have.
See, this looks quite a sad moment in the end zone. I'm sure they wouldn't put a spoiler in the trailer, and obviously Johnny Storm's not going to die, but it looks like he's pretty severely wounded or in a bad place right here.
But like you say, if she's come to rescue him, maybe she's found him in real trouble.
Yeah.
In the negative zone. Now this is interesting.
I think this is the most interesting part of the trailer.
We just seen what looks like Johnny and Sue fighting each other. Now it looks like they're working together using their superpowers, because it looks like she can fly.
Yeah, it looks like she can use her kind of force field constructs, which she has done various times in the comics, but this is really advanced, something we've never seen in the films before. This isn't just a shield, this is an active ability. This is her basically creating a capsule around herself and propelling herself through the air, which is very cool. Looks like Sue Storm can fly as well.
Looks like fire and ice happening. This looks like Doctor Doom being punched by the thing, so it looks like it's clobbering time.
Just do that. That's how he's going to hit him. Maybe not. So you get the title card, and then there's a little Easter egg,
sting.
little punch at the end.
How long until he's in?
Reminiscent of a similar sequence in Hulk we thought when we first saw this.
Yeah, definitely reminded me of that.
Incredible Hulk even. Boom.
So yeah, that's the second trailer for Josh Trank's Fantastic Four. For everything on Fantastic Four and Marvel, stay right here on IGN.